She had always been praised as pretty by her childhood friends, but when she purposely walked past a talent scout, he didn't even notice her. So she turned around and walked past him again. This time, he finally paid attention. At first, she felt really happy, but the scout was actually interested in the woman walking right beside her. That's when she realized, even though she was popular back in the countryside, she just looked ordinary here in Tokyo. She understood that good looks alone wouldn't make her famous, so Aya went back to school. She told her teacher she wanted to apply to the University of Tokyo, but the teacher just laughed, because with her grades, she could only get into Akita University in her hometown. In the end, Aya was accepted by Akita University, but she wasn't happy about it at all, because that meant she could only work locally, marry a local man, and live an ordinary life. But she believed Tokyo was where she belonged. She wanted to work in an office building in Tokyo and find a talented, handsome man. This idea excited her a lot, but when she looked out the window, all she saw was the poor streets of her hometown. So after graduating from college, she headed to Tokyo. She interviewed with many companies and finally received a job offer. When she rented an apartment, she chose Sangenjaya. Even though the neighborhood was crowded, it felt cozy to her. When she first moved in, she actually got lost, so she asked a passerby for directions. To her surprise, the passerby recognized her Akita accent. Aya had heard that Tokyo people often mocked rural accents, so she covered her mouth. But it turned out he was also from Akita and had come to Tokyo to make a life there. He also lived in Sangenjaya. In the end, he helped Aya find her place. Aya's job was managing inventory at a fashion company. There were two types of women working there. Some stylishly dressed women held entry-level jobs. They wanted to marry wealthy men and live in Roppongi Hills. The others, dressed plainly, were the company's real talents. They wanted to use their skills to live in Roppongi Hills on their own merits. Aya wasn't sure which group she belonged to. Her co-worker Ryoko was the first type. One day Ryoko asked Aya to cover her overtime. In return, she promised to take Aya to a party with rich men next week. Aya couldn't refuse and stayed late working. That evening, the company manager Yuki invited Aya to eat nearby. During their chat, Aya learned the two groups of women in the company disliked each other. As a talent at the company, Yuki often mocked Ryoko for chasing after men, while Ryoko's group mocked Yuki for being bossy and unpopular. At that moment, Yuki's college classmate came in. Aya recognized him as the fellow Akita native who had helped her with directions a few days earlier.